Well, the Avs remembered how to score goals, and they ended up winning a hockey game. Who'd have thought? Probably a lot of people.
Yeah, the Blues are terrible.
They're not very good. Yeah, the Avs have kind of had the Blues number, especially in the playoffs the last few years, but it just kind of felt like there's not as much fire in these games anymore as there used to be. The days of Ryan O'Reilly, Alex Pietrangelo.
Mm-mm.
You know.
No, I was thinking during the game, I was like, okay, Jordan Binnington, what is the closest thing that I can compare Jordan Binnington to? And I got to thinking, my 9-year-old brother, he tries to play goalie against us in street hockey. And whenever a puck goes in, he gets angry and throws tantrums. So there's one check, right?
Yeah, that's.
And he's also really bad because he's 9 and he's small. And then I got to thinking, well, Jordan Bennington's also really bad. So, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is Jordan Bennington is like about the same as my 9-year-old brother at goalie.
Yeah, I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like even typically like Jordan Bennington will have his his best games of the year against the Avs. This was not one of those.
He was just meh.
He didn't. Contrary to what Darren Pang would have you believe, he did not play very good.
It wasn't terrible either, but it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was that bad, but also like he was so out of position on a few of the Avs goals, but.
He made some really good saves. I mean, the Avs did have 3.59 xG, which
he didn't play like awful. Like I don't think he played awful, but he definitely didn't play great. And he probably should have like given the Avs a goal, but Miles Wood didn't.
With St. Louis's 1.72 expected goals at 5v5 today, they improved their season rate.
Oh, that's better than they've. Okay, wow.
That's better than they normally do.
Yikes! Well,
isn't that something?
For St. Louis, you get this carrot cake that I didn't finish from after the Islanders game. So, yeah,
amazing.
You earned it, St. Louis. Well, let's just get this going because
I've got sleep to do.
Yeah. Ivan Prosvetov started his first game, and the Avs decided they'd let.
He was awesome.
He was very good. The Avs decided they'd let St. Louis test him nice and early when he had that 2-on-1 save on Cairo. But and there was a penalty pretty quick. Another good test for him. But then the Avs kind of found their groove in the first period. Ross Colton finally scored a goal on a goalie. That was cool.
It was. Shout out Ross Colton.
Yeah. He was clearly very excited, and so was Miles Wood.
Mm-hmm. Miles Wood gave him a big old bear hug.
Mm-hmm. And it was a very nice play from the three guys on the ice. Mikko Rantanen has stayed out there because he kind of messed up a play.
It was also terrible defense by the Blues. Up the ice. 75 Blues gets smoked around the edge. But then before that,
Tyler Tucker.
I forget who it was. It was just a bad play. I need to watch that.
But I feel like it was Nick Leddy.
I need to watch that goal again. Well, because Nick Leddy's terrible. That'd be a great assumption on your part.
Well, you could pick anybody from the Blues defense and be like, yeah, that would make sense. But would be this guy. By the way, I remember last year, some Blues fan was getting all up at me because there was like, oh, you Avs fans suck. You guys boo when a defenseman holds the puck behind the net, even though your defenseman do it even more. And I was like, brother, have you seen Colton Parayko? Colton Parayko holds the puck behind his net for so long, and every time he does it, he turns the puck over. And I swear to God, it's the funniest part of playing the Blues is Colton Parayko sitting behind his net and then turning the puck over. It's so funny.
Yeah, but I don't participate in that. That's not my thing.
I do when it's Colton Parayko.
Okay.
I don't like
so Vrana had it. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it was totally Nick Leddy.
Hell yeah.
It was Nick Leddy. Yeah. What is he doing? Not
He was
sure.
just doing Nick Leddy things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is a nice finish from Ross Colton.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird shot.
Yeah, it was like a
just
little
kind
bit
of
of
snuck through.
Yeah, it was like a chip shot, kind of like a hybrid little flubber shot. But I mean, it was well placed, which when you're in that tight, that's really what matters most.
Yeah, and that's what he's good at, is finishing in tight. So he's also got a good one timer. I'm excited. I feel like goals are going to start coming easier for him, and he could have had a couple more tonight too. He was good. So
he was all over the place. I think they came in pretty quick recession. No, I don't. Whatever.
Succession.
That's it. That's the word. But pretty much, I don't know if it was the penalty kill or the goal, but after that point, the Avs really looked like they had a little bit more energy.
They looked like the Avs.
Yeah.
And then besides like the last 7-ish minutes of the second period, they looked like the Avs the rest of the game.
Yeah, they were pretty good, especially the third period though. Third period, very good.
We'll get there.
Yeah. But anyways, this goal, classic Mikko. I remember that Predators game last year where it was in December and they just like stood there and watched Mikko walk in and shoot. I don't know why teams continue to let him do this. You shouldn't. Every time he does it, he's just going to score. Even though there's two of his own players in front of the net. And then St. Louis tries to challenge it for. What do you think about the challenge? You think it's a good challenge?
I actually didn't think it was that bad. Ryan Johansson did hit a puck pretty high up in the air about 20 seconds before the goal happened. So I was a little scared.
Yeah, I was too. But then they showed the replay and it was so close to his shoulder. I was like, dude, if that call is bad.
Yeah, they didn't give us a replay in there. So
yeah.
I was just sitting there. I was like, why is this taking so long? But watching it, like when I saw it happen live, I was like, uh-oh. But really, I kind of knew deep down that it wasn't a high stick. So
yeah, I'm a big I'm a big advocate for playing the puck with your stick no matter where it is. I think should be fine. Because I know it's for like safety, but there's a high sticking penalty. Like I don't think dudes are going to be out there swinging their baseball, and dudes try and swing at it with their high stick anyways. So like,
I like it. I don't. It just feels illegal to me to just like whack pucks out of the sky. I don't like that.
But it's impressive. Like it takes skill. Like I don't know. I just don't feel like there's really any point to limiting it. Other than safety, but safety, like I think it's redundant at a point, you know?
No. I mean, players would be high sticking each other more, even if there's a rule against it. They already high stick each other a lot.
Yeah, I feel like most I don't know how you'd break it down, but I feel like most high sticks come from missed stick lifts. If you were to like make a pie chart, I'd say the plurality of it would be stickless. But anyways, I digress. Good first period from the Avs, looking good. Then the second period, not so good. There were some good chances. I thought, but they were struggling to maintain a little bit more zone time, and especially like you kind of mentioned, the latter half of the period wasn't as strong. They were getting stuck in their zone a lot. It was kind of a repeat of what we'd seen in Pittsburgh and Buffalo.
Yeah, that's what it was. And they got through it. They only gave up one. It was just really bad defense. And I thought my take for tonight is I thought Johansson, Tufte, Nichushkin was bad.
That's a take.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily one I agree with, but
with the puck there, fine. It was without it where I was just like,
yeah, I thought, I don't know. There's
actually,
definitely,
I'll say with the puck they were good. They were pretty dangerous, but
with the puck I can
was
agree they weren't the best.
I had real problems with them defensively.
I definitely see where you're coming from, and I didn't love it, but I think at the end of the day, like their underlines aren't that bad, and also like they're a group that like Nuke hasn't been playing with Johansson lately. Tufte obviously just got called up, so there's a little bit of like,
yeah,
you can see some miscommunications and like some.
We could talk about Tufte. He's such a difficult player to analyze because he's all over the place. Like he's getting in there on the forecheck. He's got skill. He's got speed. He's got a decent shot. You know, he goes to the dirty areas, causes havoc. He's not the worst playmaker either. He set up some plays, but he is so bad defensively. Like so bad.
Yeah, he definitely got lost on some plays, and I'm not willing to say he's bad defensively right now, considering this is his first game with the squad.
He has been his whole career.
His whole 13-game career.
Yes.
I'd give it.
Even in the AHL too, he's bad at it. He's just bad at it.
How do you know?
Because I do. He's not good. He's not good at it.
You've vocally said that you don't watch AHL hockey before.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and I don't think he's quite as awful as you're making it out to be. I don't think he's great, but I think he was. I think he was good, and I definitely liked what he brings with the puck. He likes to shoot the puck, and he has a nice shot. And like you kind of alluded to, I mean, I know a lot of people were upset about, especially the McDermott coming in for Duran and Tatar, but I think what Tufte and McDermott both brought tonight, I thought was pretty impressive. I thought they both kind of did a good job of doing things that Duran and Tatar don't normally do, like forechecking hard, winning board battles, getting in front of the net. And Tufte especially shooting the puck. Like Tatar has not shot the puck nearly as much as he should, and Duran has been, but he hasn't quite. His shot doesn't stand out like Tufte's does, which I mean, it's just kind of the reality of who he is as a player. But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they bring? I mean,
no.
Do you think I bring those two back?
I would just put Duran and Tatar back. I just think Tatar, at least bring Tatar back. Personally, I think Tatar's really good. I don't know why you'd play Curtis McDermott over Tomas Tatar. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with that? But the thing is LOC looked really good next to Colton and Wood. It was more of a defensive guy with them. Now, Tatar has really good suppression stuff, but it's not like a speed game like Colton and Wood want to play. So it's kind of a misfit there. But I think what I would do is I would try out Tatar up with Johansson and Nichushkin, and then I'd keep that third line the same, and then I'd try Tufte with Olofsson and Cogliano. Because I feel like that's just a skilled fourth line.
Yeah, it's kind
of like Olofsson and Cogliano are good defensively, so it makes up for Tufte not being good at it.
So, yeah, I don't hate that.
And then if you want to bring Druin back, you can just put that fourth line back together, and you can put Tatar down with Colton and Wood, and then you can put Drew in the top 6. But
personally, I think next time if they're going to sit guys, I think they should really sit Cogliano. I don't think he's been like. Yeah. I think he's been fine in his role, but we've talked about it. He's an older dude. Just give him a game off every now and then.
Yeah. I think they should. And I think they should also be doing that with Jack Johnson starting about right now.
Yeah, Jack Johnson has not been good. I have not liked him in most games this year.
He was pretty good today.
I think he was fine.
As far as his standards go.
Yeah, but he also he put Josh Manson in a really bad position when Manson took
he always does. Yeah. He always does that. It's nothing new.
Josh Manson, on the other hand, did very good. I really like Josh Manson today. He was reading plays well. Finished with some good.
The games where you don't notice him as much are when he's doing good.
Sometimes. He's a very dynamic defender. He's got for JJ, for Jack Johnson, I agree. For it's a little bit more black and white, but I feel like for Manson, it's like a fluid spectrum. Like if you're noticing him, it can either be good or bad. He could be.
No, I usually just notice him when he's bad.
Oh yeah, but he could also be dancing Kirill Kaprizov, and
he used to do that. He doesn't anymore.
I don't think that's a fair statement to say at all.
Well, he hadn't done it in what was tonight's game, the 9th game. Yeah, he hasn't done it in 9 games, so.
Well, yeah, I guess that's a way to think about it, but and then anyways, we can move on to the third period. I touched on a little bit earlier. Yeah, I've had a little bit of a kill to start it, but they started off. I mean, Makar kind of just started dominating from the beginning. Kind of set the tone for the team for the period.
He was so good. He was just everywhere.
Yeah, again, everywhere. Definitely didn't look super hurt, which is good.
He didn't look amazing. The feet didn't look amazing. The edges are always the edges, but the feet, he looked a little, he didn't have that burst that he normally does, but that's okay. Didn't need it. He could still dominate anyway.
Yeah. I do think if he, this early in the season, I know it's something we saw last year, that he got banged up a little bit and he kind of played a little bit sooner than he probably should have. And like you just kind of said, he didn't quite have that burst.
It's such a light schedule that, they go up to Vegas, or they go down to Vegas, but that's in 2 days when that game happens. So that'll be Saturday night. And then they get 2 more days off and they come back home against the Devils. So it's really light.
Yeah, but for me, that can go 2 ways. That can go, okay, well, then he has plenty of rest in between games, or that can go, you have all this rest. He's not going to be missing a lot of games. If you just hold him out for a game or 2, make sure he's completely healthy and you're not getting yourself into like a, Gabe Landeskog
I would say,
situation.
yeah, do that, but it's Vegas and the Devils.
That's true. I don't know. Cale Makar's dope, but the team is really good. And if I obviously it had to be harder, but I have confidence they could beat both of those teams without Cale Makar. But I won't want them to have to. But
yeah, something else I've noticed is I feel like you can get through the regular season with this group, but they're going to need to add some stuff. I feel like they're missing one top 6 forward.
Yeah, me personally, I don't think Duran is a bad. I think he'd fit well in Colorado under a few years ago, maybe, if he was here. But now they just don't. I don't know. I don't particularly. He's just kind of a misfit everywhere he he looks fine with the third line, but that third line has kind of been getting caved in with him on the ice.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how that shakes out. I don't want to make any conclusions about him yet.
Yeah, it's still early.
But just about the roster, like it's just becoming increasingly clear that they need a top 6 forward and like a really good third pairing defenseman.
Caleb Jones. They already have it.
Just like run back the Josh Manson trade, except with a little bit different of a player.
I still think they should. I really think they should give Caleb Jones at least a shot.
Yes, but even then, I still think you need one.
Maybe.
Even if Jones is good. Because then that makes Jack Johnson your 8, and then you're feeling good.
Yeah, I just feel like if Jones is, you can trust Jones, and he proves himself in a less sheltered role than he had in like Chicago. I think you can.
Sure.
I think you can maybe just go for like a higher end 7th than maybe like,
I don't know.
Spend a little bit lower than a second rounder.
This team is so good, and if they're healthy, they should spend things and get stuff. They should get some good stuff.
I don't know what money they're going to have to do that with.
I wish freaking Mikael Backlund didn't sign that extension. Wouldn't that be so perfect?
I mean, kind of.
Because then you could move Colton to wing and put him with Backlund.
I don't think you should move Colton to wing.
But then you put him with Backlund and whoever would. Wouldn't that just be so sick?
Maybe, but Colton wasn't very good on the wing in his time in Tampa Bay. His best hockey came as a center, so I don't know if you want to mess with that, I guess. But we have a long ways to go. I mean, we could talk. I mean, this first, we can talk about these goals really quick. This first goal from Lehkonen is just some pretty good work from Cale Makar. Like we kind of touched on that. Really nice pass. All like he has to do is just kind of
use his good stick.
Yeah, exactly. And then second goal, another really nice pass, this time from Nathan MacKinnon. And a bit of an extra finish from Bowen Byram, but still pretty good.
He can't ever score. Unless it's back bar.
Yeah. Bo only scores nice goals.
That's how it's got to be.
Bo only scores nice goals.
Yeah.
Every
time he goes down to that knee on that one-timer thing, because he scored a few goals like that, same thing. It's always back bar. And it's just a deposit. Every time.
Deposit. I haven't heard that one. But yeah, I mean, you're a big gear guy. You think Nathan MacKinnon has to switch back to the trigger?
Yes, trigger 4 Pro. He should get away from that Nexus sync. That's not for him.
Yeah, I don't.
It looks weird.
Like, I know he's switched between like triggers and stuff, but like I've never seen him switch brands completely.
Well, so he's had this for a few games now.
Yeah. Well, now he switched to Bauer gloves.
Clearly, he likes it. Not for the game.
He didn't wear Bauer gloves.
He was wearing CCMs. He was wearing Bauers in practice. Now, that's understandable, though, because the Bauer gloves are so much more comfy than the CCM gloves. Yes.
They're very nice.
But it's interesting. I definitely agree that Bauer has kind of overtaken CCM. But I feel like, why wouldn't he just go back to that trigger 4? I mean, he's got to have so many of them. Unless he ran out of them and he broke them all, which I highly doubt.
That would be hilarious if Nathan MacKinnon had to switch sticks because he broke all of his.
He's just got to go back to that. Like, he just scores goals when he's playing with it.
Yeah. So, well, it's illegal for Nathan MacKinnon to score more than 5 goals before December. So
it's true. So, yeah. And then he's got the I don't know. Well, he was trying out the Trigger 8, the new one. Didn't really like it, even though he scored goals with it. Didn't like it. So then he switched to like a Warrior Novium, which is just like a defenseman stick. He didn't like it. And then here we are. He's using a Sync, which is completely different than the triggers because it's a mid kick. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it, but it's frustrating.
It's very weird. I just
doesn't suit him.
It's hard to wrap your head around logically that like a player would do so well and then switch. Like,
yeah,
unless like something happened with the CCM deal or something. I don't know. Very weird. But
yeah.
All right. Well, let's get our 3 stars. A disappointing player.
I think definitely Mikko and Cale. For sure.
For which ones?
I haven't decided. I'll say Prosvetov 3 because I just thought he was really good.
He was.
And then I'll just put Mikko at 1. I mean, he's so good. He was actually the best player besides Makar.
It was funny, but before the goal, I was like, because Mikko had the penalty, he had like bobbled the puck, he just wasn't looking great, and then he scores. Like before he scores, I'm like, maybe this isn't a Mikko night, because someone did the Avs Twitter psychic and they said today feels like a Mikko night, and I was like, maybe it's not.
It's always a Mikko night. The hoes are always mad.
That's definitely true. The hoes are always mad
that the Moose got loose. He's always loose.
You can't contain the Moose.
It's like your dog escaping. It's like your dog escaping from your yard, except it happens every day. Imagine how terrible that would be. Your dog is
like 6 feet tall.
Yeah. You can never find him, and then when you finally do, he just escapes again. That'd be terrible.
That would be really annoying.
That's how other teams feel.
That probably is. Like, how other teams, especially like, when they had like Landy, Nate, and when Landy was healthy, when it was Landy, Nate, and Mikko. God, that must have been hell.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So those are your 3 stars.
I miss Gabe Landeskog.
I also miss Gabe Landeskog.
Sore subject for me.
Kiefer put out a tweet. It was like a video of like a post-game interview with Paul Stastny. And it was EJ and Landy who were messing with him, and Peter McNabb was asking him questions. And it was like, that video is just made to make people feel sad.
Yeah.
Everything about it. Personally, my 3 stars, I think Colton is my 3rd, Prosvetov's my 2nd, and Mikko's the 1st.
It's good.
Yeah. Honorable mention to Bobai.
He was really good again. That's 4 games in a row. I really liked him.
That goal definitely. I had my mom give Bo a treat for the goal. Oh,
it's only right.
There it is.
It's only right.
Exactly. He got rewarded for his good work. Bo did good stuff.
I took a video during the game of our Avalanche goals that go around the place and how they spin. I really like that.
The goal. People
don't notice it, but they spin.
What the word avalanche?
The word avalanche and goals spin all around, and I really enjoy that.
They're all spinning. I don't notice these kind of details. I'm usually just kind of like, right. But keen eye, keen observation. It's always one thing that I didn't touch on the Ross Colton goal. Did I? His celly. It was a good celly from Roscoe. Nice celly game. It was someone mentioned it before, but he gets pretty happy when he scores. So
yes.
It's always nice to see. It's always nice to have a Bowen, Byram, and a Ross Colton in a world of Nathan McKinnons and Cale Makars.
Yes.
Dudes who just score goals and just act
both still, it was pretty cool. It was just like, yeah,
he's excited.
It's over now.
Bo put the stamp on the game, just like I'm gonna put the stamp on this podcast.
Yes, I can barely keep my eyes open.
Yeah, beating the Blues always feel good. And now we get to play another team we hate in Vegas. So hopefully the Avs keep the good times rolling.
2 long days away.
Yeah, tired of these 2-day breaks, man.